All right, welcome back to part 2 of installing Kind Kubernetes cluster on a Ubuntu machine. So let's go back to our SSH window. When I last left off on the first part of the video, we had just installed Docker. So now, which this step here. So now we're going to run a container to prove that it worked. First of all, we can just do Docker, I think. Just we get the help commands. So it looks like in running a hello world container worked. So it looks like Docker is installed. So at this point, I believe I should be able to do a kind cluster create, and like that. Kind cluster. Oh, should be kind create cluster. Create cluster. Doing its thing. Let's make this window bigger so you can see better. Okay, still doing its thing. I'm going to pause the video for a second. Okay, that took about 2 minutes to finish up creating the cluster. I'll show you what it all did. It did some kind of node image thing and then prepared nodes, did some configuration, installed CNI, which is the did the control plane startup. So that's all the master business, with all the schedulers and whatnot, the things that you need at the core of a Kubernetes cluster. It installed CNI, which is the network stuff, and then installed storage class, which is basically the storage stuff. So now I should be able to run this command to verify that cluster was created. Right. Oh, I don't have kubectl installed, so now I need to figure out how to do that. So to install kubectl, all I have to do is run this command on Ubuntu machines. And oh, it wants me to give it classic option. I remember doing the last time when I tested this myself. Now, if I do kubectl command on cluster info, I get all kinds of information about the cluster itself. Now, to test this, what it will do is we'll run a pod. K, let's do alias k equals kubectl. K run nginx, that's the name of the pod, dash image from the image nginx, and create it. So if I do k get pod, I should see an nginx continue creating. Now it's running. Now, also I can show you if I do k get all minus a for all namespaces, I see all the resources ever produced on this cluster. All right, so to summarize what we did, we first installed kind, then we tried, well, first we got a machine running, then we installed kind, that was a-okay, but then when we tried to create a cluster, it failed because we needed Docker, so we installed Docker. It took several commands to do that. Then the command to create the cluster worked. Once it did, we had to install kubectl so we can run kubectl commands. And we did a couple of commands to make sure that we could run pods and whatnot. So this is how you would run, install and run Kubernetes cluster on a Ubuntu box for free. However, that's all good if you're doing it in a local box. If you're doing it on GCE, you're better off just doing the GK cluster because it costs you the same and it does all the work for you. So this video is only helpful if you were doing it on your local Linux box. All right, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please like and subscribe. That helps me with the YouTube's algorithm, and I will see you in the next video.